So the ESPN rookie rankings are out, and our favorite guy who doesn't know anything about the sport of basketball, Neil Payne, has had his list. This is a list where I'm not joking. The first time this list was put out, Caitlin Clark was ranked below Kate Martin. Caitlin Clark was ranked below Kate Martin the first time he put out his list. I am not joking. This was when Caitlin Clark was still averaging like 18, 6, and 6, and she was ranked below Kate Martin. But this was advertised as, and you see this, updated who's ahead of Caitlin Clark. Updated who's ahead of Caitlin Clark. Players have produced 7 games of 30 plus points since the break, while Caitlin Clark set an all-time rookie assist record. I mean, she set an all-time assist record. Not just rookie assist record. That's the first mistake. If 2023 is an unprecedented year for big numbers, 2024 is taking it to a higher level. Actually, to be fair, she did also, set the all-time assist record by beating Teacher Penachero. Using win shares, estimated wins added from PER. What the hell is estimated? I get what PER is, but what is estimated wins added from PER? And also PER is heavily skewed towards forwards. Like PER, if you look at the NBA PER all-time leaders. There was a stage in his career, through like 7 years of his career, Boban was the all-time leader in PER. But like if you want to look at the all-time leaders in PER, Jokic is the all-time leader, followed by Michael Jordan. The highest point guard is, to be fair, Magic Johnson and Chris Paul are doing okay in PER. But like, if you want to look again, it is other than modern players where the stats are crazy. Like Clint Capella is ranked 37 in PER. Like Andre Drummond is 41. It is a stat that heavily skews rebounding. Heck, Karl Anthony Towns is 19th of all time. Like it heavily skews rebounding. Win shares generated via Raptor. Like, what the hell is wins generated via Raptor? What the hell does that mean? Like, I know what Raptor means. And, of course, we've got Angel Reese at number 1. Like, a rookie who has had such a bad stretch of games that even, like, her fans are, like... not even her fans. Her fans are her fans. But, like, Chicago Sky fans are, like... Man, this is getting bad. These layup situation is getting bad. Though Caitlin Clark is such a heavy favourite that odds makers have taken the award off the board, the metrics continue. No, the metrics don't. The 4 stats that you decide to choose, and by the way, what is consensus? And 2, you added Raptor wins. This was not in your stat last time. You've just added a random new stat. You picked 4 random advanced stats and said this is why she's number 1. Because, I don't know, is she ahead in PER wins? Well, I don't even know what PER wins is, by the way. So Caitlin Clark is almost tied with Angel Reese in PER wins. I don't know what that means. She's behind in win shares. Like, what exactly does that, you can skew, those stats are skewed because Indiana got blown out by 53 times. Like, that's literally what this has done. Like, taking advanced stats over the entire year is literally just punishing Caitlin Clark because they got blitzed. Like, it's like saying if a team goes, let's say the Fever, who are 500, by the way. Like, the Indiana Fever are 500. I want to just show this, by the way, in wins for Caitlin Clark. So, Indiana, I want to just show this when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Team. Roster. Caitlin Clark. They are, by the way, 14-8 through their last 22 games. They're 13-7 through their last 20. And look at this. To start the year, 32, 30, 34, 28, 33. Averages about 30-ish minutes a game, maybe 31 minutes a game. All losses. 37, win. 29, loss. 34, loss. 40 minutes, in fairness, loss. 37, win. 29, a loss. 22, and a loss. 39, 35, 37, 37, 35. Loss in 40 minutes, loss in 38, win. You can see, Caitlin Clark is winning the vast majority of games where she plays minutes. And if you want to look at plus minus, you're looking at this like, it is literally because she had at the start of the year a minus 28, minus 30, minus 24, minus 18, minus 18. So like, if we want to look at plus minus since the 13th, or since like the 10th of June, when they went on like a big streak, the only reason Caitlin Clark, she's plus in a lot more games than she's minus. The only reason Caitlin Clark has a minus plus minus is because they can't blow teams out, and they've been blown out a few times. They got blown out a few times at the start of the year. Like, that's literally it. They've been blown out a couple of times at the start of the year, and they got beaten fairly well by the Minnesota Lynx. Like, that's it. They've been blown out by good teams, whereas the Chicago Sky, even when, like, they're just losing close games. But still, she is a good rebounder, but, like, come on. I don't even think a Chicago Sky fan, if you ask a Chicago Sky fan, would they take Reese or Clark? Every single one of them that's not a Angel Reese fanatic would say Caitlin Clark, even Sky fans. But since the Fever return from the break, the schedule has been the more favorable in terms of opponent strength. What? They haven't faced a team that aren't in the playoffs other than the Dream. And they faced the Dream off a 3-game winning streak. So the Dream were on a 3-game winning streak, and every other team was in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? Their series has been more, schedule has been more favorable. More favorable. And I mean that. Like, the Sky have played, compared to who? Like, since the break, the Fever have played the Mercury, beat them. The Storm, beat them. The Lynx, lost, second best team in the W. The Dream, off a 3-game win streak, beat them. And the Sun, who were the second best team in the W at the time. Whereas if you're the Sky, you face the Dream, the Mystics, and the Aces in freefall. You're the only team the Aces have beat other than the Dream, or other than the Sparks. I keep calling the Sparks a Dream. I keep mixing up team names. But, like, the Sparks are bad. Like, how is it more favorable? Like, they've had one of the tougher starts. Like, just because you haven't played the freaking Liberty doesn't mean that the Atlanta Dream are a bad team with Ryan Howard. Clark has set new monthly highs. At this pace, she's been closing the gap against Reese in these advanced metrics. Clark's a good chance to end the year top of the statistical list. What statistical list? These are just 4 random stats you picked out. Third, Leonie Fibich. Yeah, wait. Has Rickea Jackson gone down? Like, by the way, Fibich has been great. Cardoso 4. How is Rickea Jackson 6? Rickea Jackson has been the second best rookie out of the break. And I think it's hard to argue her over Caitlin Clark. But since the break, the gap between Caitlin Clark and Rickea Jackson is smaller than the gap between Rickea Jackson and Reese and Fibich as between 2 and the others. Like, that is... There's no way. There's no way they've got Rickea Jackson at 6. Why? Because her team is tanking? Why isn't Jackson? Her rookie impact hasn't quite been what we expect from the summer skills. What are you talking about? Like, what are you actually talking about? You've picked 4 random metrics and said her impact isn't good enough. Based on what? Based on 4 random stats you picked out off the top of your head. Like, what the hell are Raptor wins? I know, I kind of get what Raptor is. What is a Raptor win? What is a Raptor win? Like, how does Rickea Jackson come out of the break with, these are her stats out of the break, by the way, in her games. 13 points, 46% shooting, 13 on 55, 15 on 63% shooting, 14 on 38, 17 on 54, 25 on 60% shooting, and 19 on 63% shooting. Her 3-point percentages since the break have been, obviously, 33, 50, 60, 75, 66. Obviously, she's 0-3 in these 2 games. She's shooting almost 50% from 3 out of the break. And averaging like 18 a game or something. Her impact hasn't been quite what we expect from some of her skills. No, the impact isn't what you expect because you picked 4 random attributes just so you can have Caitlin Clark at number 2. Like, by putting Caitlin Clark 2, you have literally now put Rickea Jackson at 6. That's worse, by the way. Having Caitlin Clark as the number 2 rookie this year is worse than having Rickea Jackson at number 6. Or, sorry, isn't as bad as having Rickea Jackson at 6. Raptor wins 0. Her team sucks. It's not her fault. Kate Martin 7. She doesn't play. Like, she doesn't play. And I mean this. She does not play anymore. So you've stopped it at 7. Where's Julie Van Loo? Where's Julie Van Loo? Where, like... What? What is this? Like, this is... This is the worst article I've ever seen. Like, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse that Kate Martin, who literally does not play, is ahead of Julie Van Leeuw. Like, we have a rookie who does not see the floor above a rookie who is a starter. We have a rookie who is shooting 30% post-Olympic break ahead of a rookie who's averaging like 21 and 8 out of the Olympic break. We've got a rookie, in fairness, I don't even hate Phoebus at 3, but how the hell is Rickea Jackson at 6? Aaliyah Edwards has she has hit one of her roughest patches of the season. She just has been benched. Like, she's been benched because Shakira Austin is in, and is still somehow ahead of Rickea Jackson, who's the best player on her, who's been the best player on her team since the Olympic break. And yes, she's been better than Hamby. She's been the best player on her team since the break, and somehow she's not ahead of a player who has been benched, is only ahead of a player who doesn't play any minutes. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, there's clickbait, there's rage bait, and then there's this. Like, what? Writes about sports using data and analytics. Like, I get using analytics, but this is proof that, like, analytics are a tool. They don't tell, not even they don't tell the full story. They don't tell the story.